Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Tim and Jordan doing a Summerslam review
Hey guys.
for 2016.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, sorry guys if I don't talk well. My throat's killing me.
Yeah,
For what I like, an overall show perspective, it was a bit weird. Which I guess that's what SummerSlam is. It's one of the big four pay-per-views of the year, but it doesn't really have its own gimmick.
no.
Besides wrestling in the summertime, like with WrestleMania, it's like WrestleMania, the biggest one of them all. The Royal Rumble has the Royal Rumble match, and Survivor Series has the 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination tag match.
And Money in the Bank as well.
For SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But it was a weird night for a weird show. So let's just kick into the first match.
Yep.
The SmackDown faces versus SmackDown heels.
Yeah.
The Usos, American Alpha, and the Hype Bros, the faces, versus the Breezango, the Ascension, and the Vaudevillains, the heels.
Yeah.
So me and Tim both predicted the faces to go over.
Yeah.
And that did indeed happen.
Yeah, I predicted it on a whim, basically.
Yeah.
Whim.
Pretty much predicted it on a whim.
Yeah.
But the strange thing was, there was sort of dissension between the Usos and American Alpha, with American Alpha getting like the pinfall, with Gable tagged in, and then Jey Uso tagged in last minute and delivered a splash attack for the 3 counts.
Yeah.
So, do you think that could be the rivalry for the title?
Yeah, I hope it is, because American Alpha are such a talented tag team, and they need that opportunity sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and plus the Usos have been there for a long time, so they can easily help American Alpha tailor to the WWE style, since WWE style is a lot more different to NXT.
That is true, yeah.
Up next was Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville versus the Dudleys. Me and Tim both predicted Zayn and Neville to go over, and that indeed happened.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, even though the Dudleys have been together for like ages in WWE, won multiple tag titles with each other, there seems to be a bit of dissension in Dudleyville. What do you think of that, Tim? Since it's your show.
Yeah, I agree. I think that like it's only really gotten underway, but I think it's actually sort of a good idea in a way, because they really would work well as a singles. Like at least one of them. I think Bubba Ray would definitely benefit more from a singles push.
Yeah, they were split before in the original draft, and we all know what happened to Devon.
Yeah, he kind of got left out of the
testify.
Yeah,
with Deacon Batista.
Do you think that maybe
what happened to Deacon Batista? I haven't seen him since.
Do you think maybe their careers are coming to an end and they kind of want to do one last run, or they want to split off and start a singles career?
One last singles one.
Yeah, or they could be.
So up next, who really cares about the pre-show?
No,
it's Sheamus versus Cesaro in a best of 7 series match number 1. It's weird because Cesaro bet Sheamus twice in a row, and then he said, "Oh, best of 7." But Sheamus did get the win, and Tim predicted Sheamus would win. Well, I said Cesaro, so Tim is already 1-0 up.
Finally.
Yay for you. But it was a good match. They definitely used the new ring style with like the LED boards instead of the sort of like posts to their advantage. It was a pretty cool moment when Cesaro leapt off that onto the top rope and hit a flying uppercut on Sheamus.
Yeah. But
that also did bring us downfall. Sheamus rammed him into the post and then hit the bro kick for the 3 counts.
Yeah.
So SummerSlam itself hasn't even started yet, and I'm already 1-0 down.
Not a great way to start it for you.
Well.
Anyways.
Wait, what? Yeah. Up next is SummerSlam proper, and it's Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. We both did Enzo and Cass to win. That didn't happen. Team Canada, or Chris Jericho and KO, with Jericho. I'm just going to call them Team Canada since they hugged afterwards, and KO blew a kiss to Jericho. So
I'm pretty sure there was a team in TNA called Team Canada. There's a team in TNA called Team Canada.
Yeah, with like Lance Storm and all that.
Yeah, I remember.
But it was a good opening match. Enzo and Cass did well to hype up the crowd for the match. Jericho and Kevin Owens performed very well, along with Enzo and Cass. Overall, it was a good opener.
Do you not feel like kind of weird the way they opened it up with like the promo from Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy talking about how they're from New York, and then in New York they lose?
Yeah, that was a bit stupid. I would have put them over, to be fair. And we'll get into like a similar situation with that later.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree that Enzo and Cass should have went over.
Yeah.
But it's good heel heat on Jericho and KO.
Yes, true.
So up next is the Women's Championship match. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Me and Tim both predicted Sasha to walk away with the win. Once again, we failed. To the shock of everyone, to be fair, Charlotte walked away with the win.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. What do you think about it? Like,
to be honest, it was a real botchy match. Like, there were some bits in the match that looked like they didn't really work.
Yeah.
And Sasha looked like she completely just fell on her neck, her spine, her head.
I actually...
she's gone away because she lost the title because she had to go away to nurse some injuries.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I don't like the way they put the belt back on Charlotte, even though she's probably the only one on Raw that's credible to Sasha Banks' caliber.
Yeah.
I would honestly like to see Nia Jax get it, even though she's only come up from NXT.
Maybe that will lead
they
into...
pulled they pulled the trigger with Balor. Why not pull the trigger with Nia Jax?
That could lead into like a thing going between the two, Nia Jax and Charlotte.
Yeah, but think about Sasha's only back out for like a month, so she should probably get her rematch at Clash of Champions.
Yeah, most likely.
And who's to say she'd be written off TV as well? We know that she's been written off of live events, but they haven't said anything about televised appearances. So she'll probably be there, but she just won't wrestle.
Yeah, she's obviously gonna be there at some point, so she might as well just be on Raw.
She's too big at Raw to be put off of television.
And actually, she was doing commentary in a few Raws past, so maybe she'll just be on commentary for a while.
She'll probably go ahead and do that.
Or, like, taunt Charlotte a bit, so, like, play with her mind, or whatever.
Yeah, but she wouldn't take any bumps, though.
No,
she wouldn't, like, get physically attacked. Anyways, up next is the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz versus Apollo Crews. Me and Tim both went for The Miz, and the champion, The Miz, successiously defended his title.
As expected. It was a short match.
As expected, yeah.
It was a short match.
It was a short-ass match, though.
Yeah.
I expected The Miz and Apollo Crews to get more of a match in there, but it seems more of like, will The Miz hit the skull-crushing finale or not match, instead of, can Crews overcome the odds and win?
And then Maurice also came
Miz
into
just
it.
pretty much dominated Crews in the match.
Maurice, at least, she kind of interfered a little bit.
Yeah, I expect that to happen, of course.
Yeah.
It was a short match, not really a match to be remembered, but it's definitely not the worst thing on the card.
I believe.
We will get to that.
No, I think this is like a nice match to lead in to like I think this would be nice to
a
break
bridge
up
between a great match and another great match.
They should have put this like maybe between the two title matches, or no, not two title matches. Before the first title match and after like the John Cena match maybe.
Speed of which, that's what we're going to get into now. AJ Styles versus John Cena, the phenomenal one versus the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
We both predicted Styles would win, and honestly, I think everyone else is surprised.
Yeah.
He actually did, and he did it clean. There was a cool little backstage segment with him,
it was really awesome.
Luke Gallows and Cole Anderson, and Finn Balor.
That was so cool.
Teasing some sort of thing with the club, and Balor, since they all did like the New Japan or like Bullet Club thing, but Balor didn't.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to lead to like a little rift between the club and Finn Balor on Raw.
Yeah.
But that's, we're talking about SmackDown now.
I love the way they're keeping them separate, actually.
Styles did beat Cena, and he bet him clean, which honestly surprised me.
Yeah, it was a deserved victory, really, because he put in the work in this match. You could tell he put it all on the line, really. They both did. Yeah.
Easily, this is a match of the year candidate. Because both superstars performed well. Both superstars, the amount of false finishes in this match, amazing. Cena couldn't get it done. Super AA, 5-knuckle shuffle, leg chop from the top rope. His little comeback thing at the start of the match. Nothing could put Styles away.
I think,
and it eventually took 2 phenomenal forearms and 2 Styles clashes to put Cena away.
I think as far as the in-ring, this is definitely the best match of the night. In-ring, like...
Without a doubt. Match of the night.
Yes. And like, just a great, like, victory for AJ Styles. I just felt the great crowd pop as well at the end. I think
and I think it was nice. Instead of everyone booing John Cena after the match, they still, like, applauded him, since they do know he performed a great match as well.
Yeah, and the bit at the end where John Cena laid down his little
Never
wrist.
Give Up armband.
Yeah,
I think that signifies that Cena's going away for a little bit to film something or recuperate from his injuries.
Yeah.
If he has some. And then he'll be back in full force. But anyways, the next match is the New Day, which is representing Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Big E's in there because of ring postitis. Okay. Versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club, for the tag team titles. I didn't really like this match, to be fair. I love the New Day, first of all, and I really liked the way Gallows and Anderson have been messing around with them with the whole ring postitis, and they brought out jars with Kofi and Xavier's names on them with very, lengths.
Yeah.
And the thing that annoyed me most about this match was Jon Stewart, that he was with the New Day.
Oh, of course.
It was cool to see Big E coming back and nail it to the Club, but again, it was weird because it was a disqualification victory for the heels. So the New Day lost via DQ, but they still get to keep their titles. I expect there'll be a rematch tonight on Raw with Big E taking Xavier's place, and hopefully no Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think after Styles Cena, the whole thing's just slowly but surely going downhill. And the main event is just the bottom line. We'll get to that.
Yeah. It definitely hit the peak early.
Yeah, it peaked with Cena Styles and the women's title match. Yeah. And then it just...
I'm not going to say the next couple of matches... the next couple of matches were good.
If you think about it...
Were good, and it had some good moments, but again, the crowd was gone at that point.
Yeah. If the perfect way to describe this SummerSlam, think of a heart rate monitor where it goes up and down, but after the
person dies.
Match, the New Day thing just goes in a straight line. Like, you signify you're dead. And it's just like that for the rest of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it really kind of fell apart.
But coming up next is the the WWE World Title match, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. I wanted to care so much about this match. I wanted to care so much about it.
The promos were unbelievable. The one they showed at the start.
Were very good.
The one they showed at the start. I was invested. I mean, for me, I was invested from those promos. And like, I don't even watch SmackDown that much, but I still loved that promo, and I got into the match. I was fully there. And it
just sort of felt SmackDown felt disrespected along with this because they put the world title match in around the middle of the show.
Yeah,
and think about that main evented WrestleMania, Extreme Rules, Battleground, Money in the Bank, and Payback.
I think,
but it didn't, and it also main evented the Royal Rumble. The two pay-per-views where the world title didn't main event was at Fastlane, because that was a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the WWE title. So still has something to do with this. And SummerSlam, and the main event had nothing to do with either the WWE title or the Universal title.
Yeah, quite a poor booking decision. I think, I don't know.
The whole way they produced the card was terrible.
I think it was just a mish and mash, and it was like there was no actual intelligence to the way they did it. It just felt wrong.
Yeah. It felt like something that would be auto-generated in W2K16 in Universe mode.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Real-life SummerSlam card. But anyways, Ambrose did walk away with the win, which we both predicted.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that Ambrose is still champ. But beside, he's just completely gone downhill now as champion. He was good when he was feuding with Seth Rollins and his Roman Reigns with the Shield triple threat. But now with Ziggler, he's just completely fallen down a peg. I hope he has defeated AJ Styles now, and that brings him up to that level.
Yeah, hopefully.
Anyways, up next was SmackDown heels versus SmackDown faces again, as Becky, Naomi, and Carmella faced Blank, Natalia, and Alexa Bliss. We did 2 predictions for this match: who would take Eva Marie's place and who would win.
Yeah.
Tim predicted Bayley would take Eva Marie's place. Well done there, Tim. and I predicted Nikki Bella. Spoiler alert: it was Nikki Bella. So we were tied about 1-1 at that point.
Yeah.
And to our surprise, Team Becky lost.
Yeah.
With Nikki Bella getting the win via the rack attack.
Well, actually, it wasn't really a surprise when Nikki Bella came out, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but
I knew at that point. No.
Yeah. No. We'll just move on now.
Yes, we will.
Up next is the Demon King Finn Balor versus the Architect Seth Rollins to become the first WWE Universal Champion. And, oh my god, even Tim agrees with me, the Universal title looks like utter dog crap.
I actually have to show you a video. It's hilarious. It showed a picture, you know, with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan holding up the big U title. And it's like, even
that honestly looks better
yeah, it does.
than the actual title that they did.
Yeah, oh my god, it does. It's like a worse version. The women's title, yeah.
It's just the women's title
but it's worse.
with a red belt.
I know.
Oh, I get it. Red belt because it's on Raw, and Raw's associated with red. Ha 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 ha. No, the belt looks stupid, and you should feel stupid if you like it.
And
anyways,
you see, like, Mick
Finn Balor
Foley's...
did walk away with the win, the Demon King defeating Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
We both predicted that would happen. The belt looks crap. The fans were chanting more about the belt than the actual match, which I feel so sorry for Finn Balor and Seth Rollins.
They like pretty much
on one hell of a match. It was a very good match.
It was a good match, but again,
the belt,
if the crowd isn't
there,
just
ruined it.
It actually kind of brought down the match a few pegs, because I almost felt like it would have been a better match had the crowd been there.
Yeah, the belt just sucked. Like the crowd were chanting more like, "Hey, we want a new belt," or "The belt sucks. This belt sucks," instead of cheering on Finn Balor or Seth Rollins.
I think at this point,
and I do feel sorry for Balor since this is his first pay-per-view.
Like,
and I feel sorry for Rollins since he's like one of the better things on Raw. But what can I say?
I mean, at this point,
I can't control what the
at
fans
this point, the crowd, I couldn't even like hear, like I couldn't even make out like what was going on, like with the crowd at all. They were like not. There was no like excitement there because the crowd were just no.
Yeah. They were just dead.
Good.
I noticed John Cena and AJ Styles. And when they saw the new belt, it's just like, we hate this.
Yeah.
This is something that we universally hate. Hey!
Good one.
Anyways, moving on. The belt sucks. I'm happy Finn Balor's champion.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Up next is, oh my Jesus, it just goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, it does.
Rusev versus Roman Reigns for the US title. We both predicted Reigns. We were both wrong, and we would have been wrong if we predicted Rusev as well. Because this match, no contest. It never happened. Because Rusev attacked Reigns before the bell, and Reigns just pwned him. Hit him with a Superman punch, spear, punched him in the head a lot.
Why?
It really devalued the US title. And if you think about it...
It's so oxymoronic, because the way they build it up, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to have an amazing match at Raw, because on Raw it was the main title, and now here we go into the pay-per-view, and they're treating it like nothing. They're treating it like it isn't even a title.
Yeah, like crap again.
Yeah.
Yeah, treating it like crap again. Like, they only marketed that as the main title on Raw because it was the only singles title on Raw. Yeah. But now that they have the Universal title, it's like, oh, what the hell is the US title? Just give it a no contest.
Yeah, I mean, if this doesn't mean anything, they're probably just going to prolong the storyline and just keep having more and more
until
matches.
Clash of Champions.
Yeah, and I don't want to see it more of these matches.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It is.
And also, it's the stupidest decision ever. Why in the blue blazer would you have the US title match after the WWE title match and the Universal title match, which is supposed to be a brand new big belt on Raw?
Again, the WWE they have to have Roman Reigns in the spotlight at all times. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's just because Reigns is there.
It is. If this was any other...
They don't care about Finn Balor, Dean Ziggler, they can
I swear,
die for later, they care.
If they
it's
had
only about
any
Roman
other
Reigns,
person
in
that match with Rusev, it would have been no more than... it would probably be middle of the road on the card judging by the matches they had the potential. They could have had any number of matches at this point, or like, but they could have replaced this with any one of the championship matches, or even the.
Should have the women's title there match.
Yeah, that
should have the women's title match there.
I would have been happy if that had happened.
No, it would have been good because it would have not only legitimized the women's title, make it more of a prestigious belt to fight for, but it would have also saved that BS finish and would have made the crowd a lot less angry that happened.
It was just in their defense, they didn't know what was happening. In defense, they didn't know what was happening, but they didn't know that was going to happen. But honestly, they should have known. Brock Lesnar is wrestling in a match. Up next
is Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Oh my God. This was the bottom line. This is when the show just imploded. This is how it happened. Brock Lesnar, the only thing he did besides maybe one F5 and like 7 or 8 suplexes was punch the living hell out of Orton. It was basically a glorified squash match.
Well, it might have, in his defense, as Brock Lesnar, it's sort of what happened with Cena at SummerSlam.
It's exactly what happened with Cena, except 100 times worse. Because at least Cena in that match hit the AA. I know Randy Orton hit 2 RKOs and his DDT from the ropes. But
which may have triggered.
That's all he did! And the DDT on the ropes was slightly botched, and Brock Lesnar got a twinge in the "I'm going to kill you" part of his brain, and legit knocked out Randy Orton. Blood was pouring from Orton's head.
Yeah.
So they did give the win to Lesnar by TKO, and technically I did win 2-1.
Yes.
But out of respect to Orton, I'm not accepting that win, because Brock Lesnar just... I don't even know what to say about this.
Talk about the finish here for a second, because after after Lesnar won, we saw Paul Heyman just like completely shocked, which I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah, in shock.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
There was no cheers. There was a little bit of boos. Everyone was just stunned into silence of what they seen. Lesnar, as soon as he took off his gloves, I was like, this match is going to go south. And it was already going southeast. This match is going directly south for the worst.
No question. No question about it. And then, of
course, his 2 elbows into Orton. Like, it's bad enough getting an elbow already.
Yeah.
And especially the bony part of your elbow that you just, like, dig into. But imagine that from Brock Lesnar right to your head. In case if you don't know this, your head is where your brain lives. Randy Orton, if he wasn't bleeding, he would have had a severe concussion. And I honestly don't know what would have been worse.
Yeah. It wasn't a good finish at all.
Yeah.
And of course...
Everyone and their mother is saying that Lesnar shouldn't have done what he done, and he should be either fired, suspended, or should have hell to pay on Raw.
Now, one thing I must say...
And I agree with them.
One thing I must say, just, to be neutral about this, a little bit neutral, there is something people saying, Orton, he agreed to take it? Or rumors saying that, he said, Lesnar, you can take the living daylights out of me.
He agreed to take the punches.
Yeah.
He didn't agree to take elbows.
Yes, that's where I draw the line as well. I think at some point you have to go, okay, that's completely his fault. I mean, if you take to a step...
he has the balls, the nerve, to F5 Shane McMahon afterwards.
Came out.
Just because he wanted to cheat on his superstar.
So Shane McMahon was coming out.
Make sure he was alright.
And,
imagine if that was
all
Daniel
the
Bryan,
officials came out.
Who came out and did that, and Lesnar F5 Daniel Bryan. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan wouldn't be with us.
Wow.
Because of his neck problems.
Yeah. So...
I know an F5, you don't really land in but the whiplash effect from he could have landed on his head, and then that could have really hurt him.
Anyways, there was a dramatic ending, I should say.
Dramatic is an understatement. It was a disgusting ending. So, I know you're sort of being the neutral one here,
I am,
but I'm not. I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
Lesnar should have hell to pay on Raw tonight. And if he doesn't, well then officially you have to say that if Shane and Daniel were in that position and Owen did that to Lesnar, Owen would have hell to pay with Shane and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only thing that stands in their way is Orton is Lesnar himself, because they know that they've already been building him up, and they know
if they
what
do
do we do
anything
now?
to Lesnar, he's just gonna go.
I mean,
He's
it was
just gonna
bad
go back
booking
to
decision.
UFC.
Firstly, I don't think he should have won the match. I think there should have been some interference, maybe, or something that caused Orton to get the upper hand. I mean, clearly he wasn't the stronger wrestler here, but he should have. I think he should have got the win, personally.
Lesnar isn't a wrestler; he's a fighter.
Yeah, and the booking decision was horrible, because if you think about it, Orton has just made his return. What does he do now? He's nowhere to go, because he's already lost in a big-time match.
I think Orton was scheduled to win this match, but Lesnar just said, nope, I'm going to kill this guy. The 2 elbows cut him open, so Lesnar would then get the win via TKO.
Yeah.
But if that was the case,
I don't know.
Daniel would have won by DQ.
I simply don't know.
So I'm not really sure what would have happened.
On Raw,
and then Lesnar would have been in even more trouble.
On Raw, we will kind of open up the cover behind this sort of. Hopefully we'll get an explanation.
Hope so.
Because the people will be angry if they don't.
And I hope Stephanie and Mick Foley have hell to pay for Lesnar.
Either an apology,
because what he did
an explanation,
was despicable.
And what do you think?
I'm going to say on it.
We're not going to talk anymore about this. I think we should just cut it short here, because we're going to go into a full on rant here. Well, mainly you. I'm trying to I'm trying to be the instigator here.
You're trying to keep it neutral, but you're trying to keep it neutral, but I'm just like, no, Lesnar deserves to pay for what he's done.
I mean, we're already running pretty long here, so we're gonna have to just do a full
of
synopsis.
The pay-per-view SummerSlam, it had a good hour. The first hour
and a half,
top notch. The second hour, good, but it was plagued by some issues.
Yes.
The third hour just imploded.
It simply did not live up at all to any expectations I had, you had, or any of the fans had.
It had so much potential to be one of the best pay-per-views in a long time, better than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
This year, but then Lesnar goes along and ruins us.
Yeah, it left a sour taste in my mouth, and I think we didn't deserve this. After TakeOver,
I don't care. I don't care if you like Orton, hate Orton, love Lesnar, or hate Lesnar. You do not want to see something like that to end one of the big 4 pay-per-views.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm going to stop now before we get into it.
So that was SummerSlam.
First hour good. Second half, okay, but it had a couple of issues. Third hour imploded. In my opinion, TakeOver 2 was the better show. If you had the choice between TakeOver Brooklyn 2 and SummerSlam, watch TakeOver or watch the first hour of SummerSlam.
Just go ahead.
And Hello Rollins. So they put on a good match as well.
What? It's over there.
So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to hear more. And of course, there will be some fallout on Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam. Be sure to stay tuned for that. And we will see you later. Take care.
Goodbye. Sorry about that.